Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, man. We are back. This is Jaden Big Texas Johnson. For those of y'all who don't remember me, this is the Between the Lines podcast. Man, do we got some things to talk about? I know it's been a year. It's been a year since we last spoke. I know it's been a while, man. But let's pay attention here. Man, the San Francisco 49ers. Man, dude. I mean, what else can we say besides what the hell was that season? What was the season, man? I mean, I had very high hopes for the 49ers, right? Very high hopes. I thought they were going to come out and they were going to play smash mouth football. We were going to have success on the ground game. We were going to have success through the air. I thought Debo was going to take it up a level this year or this last season. I thought he was going to take it up a notch. What happened? What happened, man? Christian McCaffrey out for a while. I mean, that sucks. But, Achilles stuff, we don't play with that, man, because that ruined careers. That will ruin careers, man. Debo Samuel. Debo Samuel Sr., man. I mean, what can we say? It's sad to see him go because I feel like out of everybody, maybe besides Ayuk, he had the highest potential that on this team. And I hope he does great at Washington. I really does. I hope he does great at Washington. But, man, Debo, what happened, man? I mean, we're I don't know, man. I don't know. Ayuk had a subpar season this year, comparatively to his last few. And this is what happens, man. This is what happens when we don't take care of contracts before the start of off-season programs. For the start of the off-season. This is what happens. Ayuk sat the entire off-season, the entirety of it, because he didn't get paid. And he was still on a year of his contract. He still had a year left. What are we doing? Get your ass out there and play. Get into shape again. Trent Williams did the same exact thing. And here we are. Trent Williams missed 3/4 of the season probably? Didn't play that much in the season? He sat out the entire offseason too. Every program, everything. He sat out because they wanted to get paid. That's what's wrong, man. Why are we sitting out? You guys are playing a game that every man at one point in their life wished they could have played. Everybody, man. If you ever played a lick of football at any level, you had a dream of going to the NFL. And it wasn't far-fetched, right? Or it was far-fetched. Don't get us wrong. It was very far-fetched for all of us to make it to the NFL. But they're playing a game, man, that we all wanted to play growing up. We all wanted to play it. And then you don't get the amount of money that you want, so now we're going to sit out. Now we're going to sit out the entire offseason, and we're not going to get ready to go. We're not going to get ready to go have a good season after you bitched about your lack of production in the Super Bowl and the lack of you not getting the ball in the Super Bowl or getting even targeted. Then we're going to bitch and moan about that, and your family's going to bitch and moan about that. Are we serious? And then you're going to sit out the rest of the offseason, the whole offseason, because you didn't get paid and you didn't get the contract that you wanted, which you well deserved. Ayuk had a great season. That Super Bowl run, he had a great season that year. So he deserved his money. But why are we sitting out, man? You know they're going to get paid. You know you're going to get paid the money. We paid Debo Samuel all that money, and that was the basis off pretty much his rookie year was his top year because nobody knew how to stop the wide receiver out of the backfield. That's what we paid Debo on because we thought Kyle Shanahan could make rookie Debo come back. Right? So we paid Debo off the premise of his rookie year, off of his upside. We were going to pay Ayuk. We were going to pay him. Why'd you sit out? Why? What's the point? Because at that point, you're losing time with the team, building a better relationship with Brock Purdy, so he will target with you. He will target you more throughout the season. And then, unfortunately, Brandon Ayuk goes down. Tears his ACL in the season, and it's a tough road, man. That ACL recovery is a tough road. A lot of athletes do it, and it's still a tough road, man. So I don't know how this season's going to turn out, man. This next season, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man. We've lost Dre Greenlaw. We lost Tyler Noah Hufanga. And I mean, we just lost so many people this year to free agency and trades. We lost too many people. And then, we didn't really gain much back. We didn't gain much back. Debo. We lost Debo. Travarius Ward, one of the cornerstones of that defense. We lost Travarius. We lost Aaron Banks. I loved Aaron Banks, man. Aaron Banks was a dog. I loved him. Jalen Moore, he was okay. He had good upside to him. Jalen did. Elijah Mitchell, he went to Kansas City, which is tough. We like Elijah here, but Garendo played very well this season, and Christian McCaffrey's going to be back. I believe we lost Mason too. I believe Jordan Mason also left, if I remember correctly. I believe Jordan Mason left. But what are we doing, man? What are we doing here? Yeah, Jordan Mason went to the Vikings. We traded him to the Vikings. And then what do we get in return, man? What did we get? We got a few picks. That's always good. We love picks. We brought back Juice. We love having Juice in that backfield as a utility man. Honestly, he is just a Swiss Army knife, really. He's running back, tight end. He's fullback. A little bit of I don't know, number 3 receiver probably. Kind of plays that position a little bit, like I'm in the slot area, but more of just the tight end role and like the third tight end on the line. Sign Mac Jones, 2 year, $7 million deal, $5 million guaranteed. I like it. I like Mac Jones. Mac Jones has potential to be okay and be good, but I think it really puts a fire under Brock, especially because we're going to pay him all this money. Is he worth, to me, 55 to 60? I think so. I do. I think Brock is worth that money. And I think you pay a guy like Brock. I'm not going to say that he's going to be any like Hall of Famer, at this point of his career. I don't think, I'm too far-fetched to say that he's going to be a Hall of Famer someday. It's too far-fetched. Right. But I think he's worth that 55 to 60 range. That's a good quarterback price. Right. We paid Jimmy Garoppolo more damn money than that. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Jimmy Garoppolo got way more money than that. I don't know. I could be wrong. Jimmy Garoppolo got a 5-year, 137 and a half, 74 million in guaranteed money. So I guess we'll see what happens um, when they do and like announce Brock's signing and his long term signing for us. I guess we'll see what happens. But I think Brock's worth that money. I think Brock, out of everybody on this team, has the most upside. That's not already kind of at their peak. Damn, focus up, man. Focus. Everybody that's pretty much already at their peak, George Kittle, peaks. He's peaked a little bit. I think he still is a solid 1,200 or potential 1,200 yard seasons. Probably closer to 1,000. Good touchdown, good red zone threat. We all know that. Christian McCaffrey kind of peaking. Probably maybe on a downhill if the injuries keep happening. But I mean, we knew this signing him a couple years ago. We knew he's an injury prone, and he had that one season with us where he played the full season. I think he played the full season, but I mean, it's hard. It's hard on our running backs. Kyle Shanahan has a history of running these guys into the ground, and that's okay. I mean, if that's how he wants to play, that's how he plays, man. That's his coaching style. It's run heavy, RPOs, run heavy. I mean, Patrick Taylor got re-signed to a 1 year. I'm okay with that. I mean, just depth guy, really. Demarcus Robinson, I don't know. Pretty good on the Rams. I mean, I liked him on the Rams. Played okay. We'll see how he does. Way different offense in the Rams, really. Rams run that like pretty much true West Coast style offense. And Kyle doesn't really run that West Coast style. He's that run heavy guy that is going to feed the running backs even out of the backfield. He's going to feed the running backs. Luke Farrell, not much film I haven't watched on him. So 3-year, 20.25, 11 guaranteed. I mean, Luke Farrell could be good backup. Obviously, he's not going to be the main starter, but play into that what's his name's role, Saubert, the Eric Saubert role probably. I can see that being the case for him. Good, good in my opinion. Ben Barch signed to a 1-year extension with the team. Good offensive guard, strong, fast, or quick, I should say. Kevin Givens re-signed, which is awesome. I love Kevin Givens. Luke Gifford, haven't watched anything on him, to be honest with you. Trey Brown, I like Trey Brown. Good player. Pretty good in coverage. I like him. Saron Neal, haven't watched much on him. Signed a 2-year deal, though. So I'm expecting pretty good things out of Saron Neal. Richie Grant, I have watched a little bit on Richie Grant. Older guy, be a good veteran presence in the locker room for them. Jason Pinnock as well. And then I don't like us giving away Tabor. Was it Tabor? Tabor, whatever his name was. I don't like us getting rid of him and then immediately signing John Weeks to a 1-year. I think Tabor was more than enough for us and played very well. I mean, for a long snapper, you don't really get much credit unless something bad happens with the snap. You don't really get much credit. I don't like signing John Weeks. I mean, he's 39 years old, or Tabor Pepper. That's his name. I'm sorry. I don't like us getting rid of Tabor Pepper, honestly. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then we go and sign 39-year-old John Weeks from the Texans. I don't know, man. I think we have a lot to look forward to this season. We'll see how the draft goes, and we'll see who we pick up. I would like to see. I would like to see Jahdae Barron out of Texas come to the 49ers at that cornerback position. And if not, I would like to see Kelvin Banks out of Texas. Um, I love Kelvin Banks. I'm obviously a Texas fan with the name Big Texas. I'm a huge Texas fan, and I think Kelvin Banks would be a good fit, especially you give him a year, sit behind Trent Williams, and that's potentially a Trent Williams replacement right there. Looking at these mock drafts from these analysts, Bill Barnwell has drafting Travis Hunter, receiving the number 4 pick for Cole Strange, and sending the Patriots the number 11 in Brandon. I don't think that happens. Obviously, Brandon Ayuk's salary just became guaranteed as of April 1st, so I don't think we get rid of him. Armand Mimbu from Missouri, the tackle out of Missouri, he's good. I love his run blocking is really well, and the pass blocking might need a little work for him, but overall great run blocker, and I think that'll be really good, especially with Dominic Pooney on that right side. You put him and Dominic Pooney on the right side, then I think that's a huge thing. That's from Dalton Wasserman off of PFF. USA Today says Michael Williams out of Georgia, and we would have to trade the number 11, number 100, and the 2026 third to the Raiders for number 6, and then drafting Michael Williams. I like Michael Williams. I personally, out of that Georgia team right now, and the Georgia guys that are coming into the draft, I would much rather take Jalen Walker. Jalen Walker dominated against Texas and against a really good offensive line, which is really what we need right now. Jalen Walker's kind of more of that traditional off ball linebacker. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. He can rush. He's good. He's a great rusher. Like we seen that in the national championship game, or the national championship game. We seen that he's great. He's a great rusher. Really good. What's the national championship? I don't think so. I don't remember. Charles Davis says Mike Green from Marshall. Haven't watched much on Mike Green. I've heard good things about him. Yeah, not much to say about Mike Green. Bucky Brooks says Jahdae Barron, corner out of Texas. I think Jahdae is it would be a great addition, especially with Robert Saleh coming back. I think Jahdae Barron will really succeed if we're able to get him. That's a great corner. I mean, obviously he won the I think it was the best corner award this year in college football. I love him. He's a great guy. He's strong. He's quick. He looks good. And then CBS Garrett Podol says Will Johnson out of Michigan. I like Will Johnson too as a corner. I think I would like to see Jahdae in. I think I would like to see Jahdae more, especially putting Jahdae in that slot corner position. I think he's a real versatile guy and will be able to bring a lot more to the defense and the secondary, being, as versatile as he is. I mean, what else, man? Sorry it took me so long to come back, man. We can talk about a few more things here. We'll just talk about the West for now, and we'll keep it to the West. Arizona signed Jacoby Brissett to a 2-year deal. Simi Fehoko, I think is how you say his name. Zay Jones resigned. Kelvin Beachum signed to a 1-year. Guard Evan Brown re-signed for a 2-year deal. Baron Browning re-signed on a 2-year deal. They pick up Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat signed a 4-year deal worth 76.4. Uh, Calais Campbell's back. I think he played there last year. He was just kind of, or no, he played for Miami, didn't he? He played for Miami, but he agreed to a 1-year deal with the Cardinals. Dalvin Tomlinson's back, or signed a 2-year deal. Keem Davis Gaither signed a 2-year deal. Michael Walker signed a 1-year, and Aaron Brewer also. Jimmy Garoppolo went back to the Rams, came back to the West. He's on a 1-year, 4.5 guaranteed. Matthew Stafford restructured his contract. He agreed to restructure his contract. Nothing on that yet. Nothing on that yet. So Ronnie Rivers came to the Rams as well. He was a restricted free agent, agreed to terminate on a deal with the Rams. So Devontae Adams, he came to the Rams, signed a 2-year deal. Tutu Atwell re-signed on a 1-year. Alaric Jackson re-signed on a 3-year, $57 million deal. It's good for Alaric Jackson. Alaric Jackson, that pretty good tackle. Played really well last year, and I think he has some great upside to him. 6'7", 345, strong guy, big hands. He'll be a monster. Coleman Shelton signed a 2-year deal worth $12 million. $9 million of that guaranteed. Laryl Murchison, I think that's how you say his name, signed a 1-year deal. Poona Ford signed a 3-year deal worth up to $29.6. Then Keller Witherspoon re-signed to another 1-year deal for them. I like Keller Witherspoon. I've been a fan of Keller's for a while. Good player. He's just old now. Just real old now. Sam Darnold signed with the Seahawks for a 3-year, $100.5 million deal. Because they have rid of Geno, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they got rid of Geno. Clarify there. The Raiders now. So they got rid of Geno, signed Sam Darnold. River Craycraft signed with the Seahawks. Cooper Kupp signed with the Seahawks. 3-year, $45 million. Cooper Kupp's still a good player. He's just, a little bit older now. He's 31 now. Still has that potential wide receiver 1 build to him, and he's still a wide receiver 1. He's just a little bit older. He's kind of lost a step a little bit. Not as dominant last year with the Rams, but I think Cooper Kupp has still good potential to do what he needs to do to keep starting for them. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, NVS, signed a 1-year worth up to 5.5. That's good. I mean, MVS, he's just old. He is he's 30 now, so a little bit up there in age, especially for a receiver. He's good though. He'll be all right for them. Eric Saubert, signed with the Seahawks. Josh Jones signed a 1-year for the Seahawks. DeMarcus Lawrence signed a 3-year deal with them. Jerron Reed re-signed to a 3-year deal. Ernest Jones, 3-year. And Shamar Jean-Charles signed with the Seahawks as well. Man, what else is there to say, man? We just, there's a lot to be desired this year for the 49ers, especially after the draft comes around, and we see what pieces that we pick up to not only help like Robert Saleh back in and kind of pick up where he left off when he went to the Jets, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see him kind of hit that ground running with the team, right? Because not really his core of guys was still there, but a lot of his guys that he had when he was still here with us before the Jets are still here now. So I would like to see him still hit that ground running. And then, we see Nick Bosa and we see Fred Warner really taking that step and rallying everybody to Robert Saleh to really help him get back into the swing of things, because it probably sucks leaving as a head coach and having to go back as a DC, right? But that he was really good as a DC here, and that's why he got that head coaching job. And I think the Jets lost a good one, but we gained back a great one. You know what I mean? Uh, I think there's a lot to be desired, and we left a lot on the table last year. And I think with this draft, we're going to get a lot younger, which is always a good thing, especially in this league, man. Getting younger is always a priority here, man. But so much left to be desired here. You know, it's man, I just can't believe it. You know, another season came and gone just like that. I hadn't even posted a whole video about it or an episode about it in forever, in a year. And just like that, boom, a whole nother season just went and passed. I will be definitely sure to keep up with this, and as more news comes out, um, as more news starts coming out, then I will also be trying to cover a lot more and expand not to just the 49ers and the NFC West. I will be trying to expand more into an NFL aspect of this and not just kind of focusing on the 49ers. But, you know, first episode back, we have a lot to catch up on. Uh, and the 49ers did a lot and lost a lot this year and this offseason. So I wanted to make sure that we put that all down and get it on paper. So this next season comes around and this draft comes around and we're looking back and we're seeing where the 49ers are trying to improve and where we're trying to go with this. Because at this point right now, a lot of fans are probably thinking the window's closed. I don't think the window's ever closed. I think there's always a window. It's the personnel for one. Obviously, you got to have pretty good personnel to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. I believe that, but I don't ever think that I know there are windows, right? And because I remember the fiasco that was what 2013 off season when we had 14 guys retire and resign and not resign, right? And leave to another team. We had 14 guys, and then boom. I mean, we were bottom of the barrel. We were under 500 on the season, and I hope it doesn't happen. And I don't think it will happen this season, but I do think if there is a window, the 49ers are kind of shutting it on themselves right now. Drake Greenlaw, I know, wasn't really up to the 49ers. I know the 49ers bettered the offer that Denver had offered Drake Greenlaw, but Drake Greenlaw was, I guess, adamant on leaving. And Talanoa Hufanga, you know, has dealt with injuries, but it's still a really good, strong safety. And he's going to play good wherever he goes. He's a great player, and I'm happy to see him get his bag. But also, you know, when you have a guy that you really like with Brock Purdy, and he even had like kind of a down season last year, but it was still good. That's the thing is his down season was still good, right? I mean, he just had a good season. I mean, he had a season. It was just a season, but it wasn't anything terrible, you know. It was a lot less than his first year starting, right? So 2023, he threw for 4280, 31 and 11, uh, passer rating of 113. That's incredible. That is incredible numbers, right? 69.4% completion rating. He threw for 400 yards less this year. 400 yards. 65.9% completion. 20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, or 12 interceptions. That the touchdowns dropped significantly. And I think that's what lost us some football games. But he didn't have a bad season. 38-64 is not a terrible season. It's not a great season, but it's not terrible. I think it's a little more than above average, right? 38-64 and 20 and 12 is not something to scoff at, right? He had a good season, man. He had a good season this year. And I'm excited. I think that he is going to have a fire lit under him, especially with Mac Jones coming in. And I think that's what really puts him over the edge, is that competition with Mac Jones. Because let's be honest, Tanner Mordecai is not going to be the greatest of competition for Brock Purdy. I love Tanner Mordecai, but he's not going to be the greatest competition for Brock Purdy. But you bring in Mac Jones, similar style as Brock. You bring in Mac, who's been in for the league for, what? Going on 4 years now? 4 or 5 years, right? Who started every year that he's been in, right? I think he started every year. You bring a guy like that in, and it lights a fire under Brock. And I think it's not something to scoff at. I think there's a lot to look forward to this season. I don't see anything terrible happening unless the unfortunate happens and they're just injury riddled all season. I see us having a pretty decent season, winning the West, getting back into the playoffs. Okay, at the very least, that's what I see. That's what I'm predicting as of right now for this season. I'm predicting getting into the playoffs. I don't know about the rest yet. We'll have to see after the draft, man. We'll have to see after the draft. But you guys, it's been a blast these past 30 minutes. It's been a blast, man. I feel good being back. I missed you guys. I missed everybody that watches these. Even if you don't watch it and you just looked, I still like you. I still love you. I'm still glad that we're back here and we're going to share these talks together again. And next time, I swear to God, I'll be more prepared for this. This was a spur of the moment. I'm just going to do this right now, right? Spur of the moment. Next time, I will be more prepared, and I'm going to be talking about more. I'm going to talk more about more sports, deeper into the NFL than I would like, from today. But I love you guys, man. Thank you for joining us again today on the Between the Lines podcast. I'm Jaden Johnson, and I will see you guys next time.